So let's add a bit of structure to our code. So here I'm going to create a new div, and I'm going to name this div main underscore page. Okay, so let's target this div. Okay, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it in here, and I'll remove this. Okay, so we will have this. So notice we have a little border, a padding, that is. Okay, however, we still have the scroll bar. Okay, so what we want is for only we want for this div to only take up 95% of the viewport height. Okay, so we don't want to be scrolling, we want this to be on 95% only. So let's come here, and instead of 100, let's change this to 95. Okay, all right, so we have that. Of course, we have a bit of space here, right? So the padding is not evenly distributed. Okay, or the white space is not evenly distributed. So what I want to do, I want to set up a few things, and you'll see me always include these things in every CSS file that I create. Okay, and what I'm going to say is that the box sizing will be set to border box. Okay, again, these are things that I'll talk about eventually, but right now we're just using it, and as time goes on, you'll see why we're doing it. So before and after. Then of course I'll say box sizing inherit, and what I'm going to do is to set the padding, okay, to be 0, okay, and the margin to be 0. Okay, so we set the padding and margin to 0, which in essence sort of sets a default. So notice there is no white space here anymore, so the padding is 0. Okay, okay, so what we're going to do now, okay, we're going to explicitly set the padding on the body. So we want that padding that we talked about earlier to be set to maybe 20 pixels. Okay, and so if I come back here, okay, we notice that we have 20 pixels on each side. Okay, so if I inspect, okay, and I come here to the div, all right, you notice that we have the padding. Okay, okay, so if I click here inside the body, okay, notice that we have 20 pixels around the content. Notice the content is this size, okay, and then the padding adds to that. Okay, and then of course we have the border, and then of course we have the margin. So if you want to see the margin, okay, it always come up here, and of course we could temporarily say let's say border style, let's say solid. notice we have our border here. Okay, so this is a document border. Now, if you want to see the border for the actual div, then you could always have a look at that. Click here. Then, of course, you could simply say border style, okay, solid. Okay, so notice this is the border for the div, and this is the border for the body. All right, again, they're two separate things. Okay. All right, and of course, if we close this, all right, and I refresh, okay, we get back the original page. Okay, so this looks much nicer. So I want to leave this here. So again, this you'll always be seeing this. Okay, we're setting some defaults, and then of course I am setting some setting the padding on the body, and then of course I am specifying how much of the viewport height does the actual div take up. All right, so I'll leave this here, and again, this is just the fundamentals of CSS.